Hello, my friends. Welcome. I'm going to be talking about three essential elements of a 2021 business success game plan. So I'm going to be sharing how to create your 2021 plan and the three essentials that I recommend for planning a successful 21. And with these three elements, you can hear them and go, oh yeah, that's quite simple. But actually to apply them, when I ask people, hey, what's your vision? A lot of people can't clearly articulate this. So even if you have heard this stuff before, I just want to challenge you to actually think about, am I doing this? How clear am I? If someone came up to me and said, what are your goals? What's your vision? What's your mission? What's your strategy for this quarter? How many clients do you want? How much money do you want to make? How clear are you? So I'd love to know, have you set goals for the year? Have you got an intention for the year? Do you have a word that you've put over the year? I'll be sharing a little bit of mine throughout this video. So the first thing you need for your success plan is having a clear vision, and I recommend that your vision is always based on your why. Your why. So how clear are you on the vision that you hold for your business? I recommend that your vision has a few elements to it. The first element is that you match your vision up with the identity of the person that you want to become. I've done goal setting with clients for years. When I first started out as a personal trainer in 2001, we would always set goals based on their weight, their measurements, maybe an outfit size. They might want to do a marathon or compete in a bodybuilding competition. So goals was a big part of it. I actually got into goals when I was about 20, when I was listening to Tony Robbins. So that was kind of when I really started mapping out my goals properly. But I've been a goal setter since I was actually about 8 years old. It was my first memory of setting goals in this big scrapbook I had with a picture of dogs on the front of it. And I used to sit there on a Saturday afternoon and write my goals. And my goals back then were to have $1 million, still the same, to have a pet gorilla, and for my dad to own a lolly shop. Like, those were my three goals when I was 8 years old. So goals have always been a big part of what I do, but breaking down your goals into be, do, and have goals was really one of the biggest game changers when it came to setting goals for myself, because a lot of people set things that they want to have, like I want to have a successful business, I want to have this many clients, I want to have this much money, or I want to have my own podcast, my own webinar. But a lot of people don't set goals on who they want to be. So we've got the have goals, what we want to have, like things we want to gain, things we want to do. So it could be traveling, or maybe not at the moment, right? Things that we want to actually go and do. I want to be a guest speaker on a podcast. I want to go and do a marathon, or if you're looking at your health goals, it might be I want to do my first mud run. So when you're thinking about what you want to actually do, it can be experiences. In business, it could be things like winning an award, or being an invited guest on a podcast 5 times in a quarter. It could be something like I want to do 50 Facebook Lives in a year. That was my goal in 2019, was to actually do 50 Facebook Lives. And last year, my goal was to run 10 in-person workshops, and that goal didn't eventuate because I ran my final one in March, and then there was no more live workshops. But with the be goal, who do you want to be? This is super powerful. So if you can think about the identity of the business owner you want to be, like, do you want to be a thought leader? Do you want to be a bit of a disruptor? Do you want to be a fully booked coach? Do you want to be more courageous this year? Like, who is it that you really want to be? In 2019, I set 3 words for the year. I have one main word, but I have 3 words. In 2019, my words were discipline, fun, so we got both, and courage. And I really was all those 3 because I set the whole year with those things. And when I was thinking about it, it's like, those are actually ways of being. They're not tangible goals, but if I am disciplined, then I'm going to get my tangible goals. If I am fun, then I'm going to get my goals. If I am courageous, then I'm going to do more Facebook Lives. I'm going to run more webinars. I'm going to set my income goal higher. I'm going to make more sales calls. I'm going to do more blog posts. You know, when you start to think about the kind of person you want to be and the characteristics of that person, so maybe that like for me, the characteristics this year is I want to be more patient. It's a characteristic that I want to develop. So that I can allow more spaciousness and expansiveness and patience and consistency. So really being consistent in my routines and in my habits, building success habits and high performance habits, and also discipline. So having that self-control. Because if we can have those characteristics, it means that we're going to get those goals that we've set. In 2020, my words were explosion, which did. My life kind of exploded in the best possible way. It was amazing. Explosion, ease. So just bringing in that spaciousness and that ease, which didn't quite happen. And also example. So being an example of what's possible, being an example of growth, massive growth in business. And then this year, my words are fruitfulness. So not being busy, but being fruitful. So having lots of self-care time, nature walks, lots of time away from the business. But when I am working in the business, I'm really switched on in the business so that it's super productive, high level, doing the right tasks, lots of time out to think and go for walks and listen to books and strategize. Fulfillment. So there's a quote by Tony Robbins that talks about how success without fulfillment is the ultimate failure. And so fulfillment is so important, especially if you have a massive vision and you're in this for the long haul, and to not just be chasing achievement, but be chasing personal fulfillment, which comes when you're aligned with your values and when your vision is aligned with who you are authentically, right? And also freedom. So freedom is my highest value, and so putting that in is my 3 words. So who has set some words for the year? I'd love to hear if you've set a word or an intention over 2021. Camilla, my word is ease. Beautiful. That was one of my words last year. I love that, because life isn't meant to be stressful and hard and fearful and full of doubt and all of those things. Business can be very challenging, but I think setting that intention of ease is the way we approach things, with not panicking, not freaking out when technology doesn't work, not freaking out when business is hard, because business is about solving problems, and we solve hundreds and hundreds of problems in a business. So not being afraid of that, but bringing ease into that. And I love that. Thanks for sharing. Anybody else got a word or an intention for 2021? Love to hear. So when you think about who you want to be for that ultimate vision and having that clear vision, if someone said to you, what's your vision for the business, can you clearly articulate it? Can you see the kind of person that you need to be this year, the way that you show up, the way you dress, the way you speak, the decisions that you make? So your identity is a really important part of your vision. Another thing that's really important with your vision is a strong intention. So you want to build your goals around your values. So I just ran a mastermind session with my private inner circle, and I was talking about my business values. So this is what I've laminated and printed out and put on my wall. I do this every year, where I revisit my values, because we change, right? We grow, we evolve, we expand. And so at the moment, my values are slightly different to what they were this time last year. And that's totally normal, because if you want to know what your values are, just look around at your life. Look at your bank statements. What are you spending your money on? Because what we spend our money on is what we value. Look at your home, like what is on the walls, what is on your bookshelf, what is on your Audible account, what books do you listen to, what webinars do you attend, like look at your Google history. All of these things tell us what our values are. So values shift as we shift, right? So my business values, so I've got my personal values, but my business values, number 1, radical resilience. So being an example of possibilities. So that resilience to, I'm not going to stress out when things go wrong. I'm not going to react when technology isn't playing the game. Like I might get a bit annoyed in the moment, but I'm not going to let it ruin my whole emotional state. So that resilience is being strong, being powerful, just affirming I can handle it. Like this is all figure outable. That resilience is really important. Authentic expression and creativity is another value. So being able to show up and be real, not try and be perfect, share vulnerability with you guys about my struggles and with my private communities as well. Extreme ownership and excellence. I'm listening to a book at the moment called Extreme Ownership, written by some Navy SEAL leaders, and I just love it, this concept of radical ownership and responsibility, of just owning all of our stuff and not being stuck in blame and excuses and denial. And this is part of my Inner Circle manifesto, actually, because when we're always looking externally, we don't take that time to go, okay, I'm 100% responsible for everything in terms of my thoughts, my actions, my beliefs, my behaviors. And what might that look like to live out of those values? Productive organization and consistency, and people-focused growth and contribution. So I recommend that you really, if you haven't, just revisit your values and make sure that your vision is aligned to your values. I don't know why I've got an itchy face. So weird, annoying. So vision. So my vision is kind of changed a little bit as well. It keeps changing and evolving as I do, and yours will as well, because you're constantly evolving, especially if you're in business and you love personal development. So my vision is to equip, support, and inspire millions of people in living on purpose, doing what they love, creating and contributing from a place of abundance and freedom, being alongside people living fulfilled, authentic, and the fullest expression of their potential. So I try to capture what I do, like a big vision that I need to grow into, because for me to support and inspire millions of people, I obviously need to expand who I am and step up and overcome limiting beliefs and fears and all those things. So a vision needs to be inspiring, aspirational, and energizing. Like you should look at it and be like, oh, that's big, that's exciting, that makes me feel really, really good, but I'm also like really not there yet. And so if you haven't visited or revisited your vision in a while, I recommend that you do that, and having it on your wall. You know, so many of us, we have documents in our computer, on a spreadsheet, on a journal, in our phone, but to actually have it in your face and then make decisions out of it is super powerful. And then the mission. So the mission is basically, how am I going to outwork the vision? How am I going to bring this to the world? And so my mission is supporting and equipping business owners and leaders in doing what they love and feel called to, and using their unique brilliance to make a significant impact in the world through my programs, coaching, and community. So you can kind of talk a little bit about how, like, what are your actual delivery methods of getting that vision out there into the world. So give me a yes in the chat box the comments box. I keep saying chat box, which is Zoom. Give me a yes if you are willing to write out your values, your vision, your mission, and stick it up on your wall. Give me a yes if you think that could be pretty valuable in business, if you see the value in that. So that is number one of the three essentials to a successful business game plan. Number two is an up-leveling mastermind. An up-leveling mastermind. This is one of my favorite things. Is like, a mastermind is a small group, and the whole purpose of the group is that it's designed so that everyone grows into the best version of themselves, and the sum of everyone together is so much more powerful than everyone individually. So by the 9th of January this year, I'd actually had 8 full days of visioning, which is just, I've never done that before. It was so cool. I usually have a few days. I usually have a holiday in New Zealand, which I couldn't do this year. And me and my sister Vicky, we do a summit every year. We call it our summit. our KV summit, so Kat and Vicky, so KV, and we usually do it in person. So she's either in Sydney, or we go up to the Hunter Valley or Port Stephens, or I'm in New Zealand. So we've been doing this for quite a while. We've done 7 of them, and we did our first online one this year. We did it from the 6th to the 8th of January, and it was just awesome. We had so much fun. But we spent 3 full days basically visioning, planning, goal setting, breaking everything down, milestones. So quite high level discussions, and it was just amazing. I did a day with my partner Josh. We went to a beautiful park with a view and just sat there, and we did the Wheel of Life, and we talked about what we wanted, and did some coaching together, which was awesome. I did one with a couple of friends at my house where we literally spent 12 hours visioning, planning. One person would be in the hot seat, the other 2 were coaching. I mean, it was just incredible. I did so many different things with different people. I did one with my friend Jess, and one with my friend Natasha, and it was just such an incredible experience. And it's given me this energy to start the year. So I took quite a lot of time off just to really step back out of my business, because 2020 was a huge year for me. And to just really think about what I want and drop into my heart at like what is going to light me up, what's going to excite me and keep me going for the long haul. So it's so powerful to have people around you that get to know you, that can feed things back to you, and just can up level you. We become who we hang out with, right? So when everybody in this mastermind knows what each person's vision is and what goals they have, then they can constantly ask them about it and inspire each other, and collaborate and bring out the best in each other, and hold each other to, you know, the highest standard. So when you spend time with people who are going places, they're reaching for the heights, that's going to rub off on you. So look at your surrounding influences. Are they high achievers? Do they want to push themselves? Do they want to hold themselves to their higher standard and potential of who they are? Do they consistently want to meet you, not just have random meetups, but are they committed to showing up, being reliable, and want to help you and support you? Because having a supportive group is such a game changer. Who's actually got some form of mastermind? Has anyone got a mastermind that you regularly meet up with? I've got quite a few of them, quite a lot of online ones, but I've also got in-person ones. I've got a group that I meet with probably every few months, and we actually have pretty much a full day, and we have a hot seat for about an hour each. So it's super powerful and focused on one person is in the hot seat, and then they've got 3 coaches helping them out. It's game changing. I've read a lot of Napoleon Hill over the holidays, or listened to him. I find with listening, I can make a lot of notes, but it really goes deeper for me. So I've been doing a lot of walking and listening, and he talks extensively about the power of the mastermind and how it's been such a key for his success. And he's one of the world's greats, you know. He studied successful people for anyway, I'm sure you know Napoleon Hill. So he's a big advocate, and if you haven't done it, then I recommend that you really prioritize that. It's just having those people around you that have really big goals, and goals that they don't know how to achieve, you know, really super inspiring things, and not thinking small. All right, so number 1 was, where are we? A clear vision. So number 1, if you want to create a successful 2021 business plan, a clear vision. Number 2 is having an up-leveling mastermind. And number 3 is having a focused action plan. Having a really focused action plan where you know what you're doing every week, so that you're not waking up in the morning and opening your laptop and getting lost in the sea of the internet and getting sucked into that black hole. I've moved house, and I've created a bit of a different space in my office, and set up my environment in a way where I don't come into my little office until I've done all my self-care stuff and my routine, my morning routine. And it's just been such a game changer to come in with a really fresh mind and sit down and know exactly what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing each day, and I plan it each night, and planning in the morning and planning at the start of the week. So planning and scheduling, it sounds so boring, but we have to know what we're doing. Otherwise, we will just waste so much time. I've wasted so much time just getting sucked into the internet, you know, going down those rabbit holes. Instead of creating, we end up consuming. And it's such a waste of our talent and our ability to create awesome stuff. And so without a game plan, we're just a bit lost, you know. So it's like in sport, like the players know what they plan, they're clear on it, and they just need to execute it. They know the plan. The coach is holding the plan for them. So I recommend that you start with like the big goals that you have for the year. So brain dump all your priorities out that you want to do for this year. It could be that you want to do more online networking. It could be that you want to do more presenting, run workshops, or develop certain skills. So you might want to develop your copywriting, your sales skills, your marketing, and your technology. So you might say, okay, I'm going to do one of those a quarter. And for a whole quarter, I'm just going to focus on presenting, or I'm just going to focus on developing the skill of wealth literacy, or, you know, finances. So you can think about like your priorities in terms of what you want to achieve, but also the skills that you want to develop. And so you might say, okay, I want to develop the skill of marketing. How am I going to know that I've developed that skill? What's my KPI? How am I going to actually measure that? And so you might say, okay, I'm going to spend 2 hours a week on a Facebook ads course. I'm going to spend 2 hours a week creating Facebook ads and testing them out. And I'm going to write 50 articles in 2021. So you set the numbers, you set the big goal for the year, and then you can break it down. So you might say, okay, quarter one. So let's say my big goal for 2021, let's say it's earn $100,000. Okay, how many clients do I need in order to earn $100,000? Okay, 15 clients paying $200 an hour, whatever it is, and then you have that. Okay, that's my big goal for the year. Okay, so quarter one, realistically, quarter one, typically the growth goes up throughout the year, so you might be a little bit more conservative. Okay, in order to get those clients, what do I need to do? Well, my goal is to be on a guest on 3 different podcasts, to be a guest in 3 different Facebook groups. I'm going to launch 5 new freebies. I'm going to do 1 marketing launch of maybe a freebie, a funnel, and some kind of email nurture sequence. I'm going to do Facebook live videos once a week. I'm going to launch an online course. So you just start to really map out those things that are going to give you those numbers, and you just decide your lead generation strategies, and you be really focused on it. This is why it's got to be a focused action plan, not, oh, this is just what I want. This is, you know, I want to do a course and a podcast and write a book, and, you know, you're scattering your energy, and it's just not going to work. I've talked to so many people that are trying to do that before they've even got a single paid coaching client. So it's so important that you don't spread your energy, that you have a focused action plan, and you know exactly what you're doing on a Monday and a Tuesday and a Wednesday, and you're very clear on that. So those are the 3 essential elements that I think make up a successful business game plan. I've tried so many things over the years I've been in business, and these are 3 things that you can do straight away. You can have that clear vision. You can go and create it, like jump off this Facebook Live and go and do it straight away. An up-leveling mastermind. Just think, who in my community do I want to be like, and how can I get time with them? And it just takes intention of organizing something and putting it together. Number 3 is to have a really clear action plan. Know your priorities, know your goals, your bite-sized goals, your milestones, your action steps, and just have a strong commitment to follow through on it. And just give it a really good crack before you say it doesn't work. You know, really commit and step up and up level this year, because people need you. People need your help. You've got unique brilliance that other people don't have, and they need it. So I would love to hear how you go with it. If you do create this vision, these goals, I'd love to just hear how you're going. you're going to do any open planning sessions. You got me thinking now, Camilla. I'll have to have a think about that. Yeah, open planning sessions are incredible. I do them in my inner circle, but I'll see whether we can maybe do one on a Facebook Live as well. Awesome. Thank you, Sarah. Thanks for checking in. Starting my first session with one person next week, hoping to expand. Well done. Well done on your first session. That's super exciting. Hey, Carolyn. I'm in a mastermind now for the first time fortnightly. Oh, well done. So good. It can be a game changer. It's all about having the right people. But if you've got the right people, and typically it's people that are just going in the direction that you're wanting to go in and are supportive and inspiring. So fantastic. Thanks for being here live. A lot of you have been asking when is my next free event. So I haven't launched it yet, but if you want to put it in your diary, it's on the 6th of February, Saturday the 6th of February, and it's a full day free workshop on how to write compelling copy. So how to create compelling copywriting that is going to help you attract new clients in 2021. So just pop that in the diary, and I'll be launching that soon. Otherwise, I'll see you next week, next Wednesday at 8 o'clock, as always. Good to see you all on here live. Thanks for joining me. If you're watching the replay, just hashtag replay and let me know what you thought. Love to know any comments. I will always reply personally to them all. Take care. Talk soon. Bye.